Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a Final Fantasy fan, and especially a Final Fantasy 9 one, you are in the right place to be. My name is Marco. I've been a Final Fantasy fan for quite some time now, and especially a Final Fantasy 9 one. It was the very first game of the series I played as a child, and a game that has kept inspiring me in my everyday life ever since. Today, I will be discussing a recent important date and release that got me thinking. Is Final Fantasy IX Remake coming our way? This very date is July 7th, 2022. It marked the 22nd anniversary of Final Fantasy IX OG release on PS1. To celebrate that, Square Enix themselves announced they will be releasing a vinyl record. I quote, "A vinyl record will be released to commemorate the initial release date of Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX's popularity has remained strong since its release on July 7, 2000. This vinyl record contains thoughtfully selected popular songs from the game and will be available exclusively through our official store. Both discs will feature a picture label." Unquote. This vinyl record is currently available for pre-order for €49.99, which amounts to pretty much the same price, as the value of euro keeps dropping and almost equals that of dollars. Anyways, back on topic, my point is that, like Square Enix themselves highlighted, even though the hype is currently directed toward Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, which is a remastered game of 2009 PSP game Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, and Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy IX has remained one of the fans' favorites over the years. And the fact that they chose this very year, that of Final Fantasy IX's 22nd anniversary, as fans all over the world are begging for a remake of the 9th episode of the franchise, as we all witnessed Final Fantasy IX being listed on the NVIDIA leak list containing many games that actually ended up being officially announced, and as an animated series is reportedly in development by some French animation company under the name of Cyber Group Studios. Well, I can't help but think that something is being kept secret from us. Something we'll get to hear about anytime soon. And by the way, some game boxes also have been seen in some actual stores and web pages, but have quickly been removed. But on the other hand, none of these rumors we keep speculating about has been officially confirmed yet. And as we said earlier on, Square Enix's main focus is currently set on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Crisis Core Reunion, and Final Fantasy XVI. Many people, including myself, have been disappointed as we all were expecting some update on June 2nd about the Final Fantasy IX animated series during the Las Vegas Licensing Expo, after many sources claimed that the series would be presented and that we would hear some update about it. This information was revealed in an interview from Animation Magazine with Bruno Denzel Delmont, the Vice President of International Licensing and Marketing at Cyber Group Studios, but we didn't hear anything about it. Whether it was a matter of miscommunication that caused the fan base to overreact, or maybe the expo was only meant for insiders and not for the general public, we have no idea yet, but at the end of the day, nothing has been revealed already. Moreover, Final Fantasy IX wasn't showcased during the highly anticipated Summer Game Fest month either, which, to me, hints at a late release date, around 2024 or even 2025 in the best case scenario, when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Final Fantasy XVI are finally released. In doing so, the devs could dedicate more time and effort to clearly reveal their project, if it actually is a thing, and promote it with some footage and trailers and all that good stuff. The bright side is that Square Enix themselves have announced their main focus this year will be Final Fantasy. It is their masterpiece, and I want to do justice to it. From an animated series to recently a vinyl record being announced. My opinion is that the Final Fantasy IX hype is still going on, and fans are, as a whole, getting more and more eager for a remake. This shows that it still is an important episode in the series, which still can be further explored and polished, so that this incredible story can be recounted to new players who are not familiar with the entry, but also to us, old-time fans, who just would like to set on a new adventure with our favorite characters. So, what do you guys think? I actually want this video to make us all debate, in order for everyone to share their hypotheses and theories about what Square Enix may be working on in total silence. Do you think Final Fantasy IX Remake will be a thing? Do you actually want it? When do you think it will be released? Let us know in the comments down below, so that the debate can get going. Please don't forget to subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time around. Take care, you Final Fantasy fans.